Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me, see the screen properly. Yes? Is there any issue with anyone? Yes? Give me hearts on the screen if everything is fine and perfect. Yes? I hope I'm audible. Give me hearts on the screen if everything is fine and perfect. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. We'll wait for 1 minute for all to join. Yes. Good afternoon, Nila, Shivani, Little Explorer. Very warm good afternoon. Yes, this could be most probably our last and the final lecture on the chapter environmental issues. That's the last topic, ozone depletion and deforestation, which I plan to complete in today's class. So once again, a hearty welcome to one and all present over here. So in today's class, we'll be discussing about ozone depletion and deforestation. Am I audible to everyone? Little Explorer. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Yes, fine, everyone. So, this is going to be a sharp lecture number 4. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe our wonderful channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Yes. So, beginning with the topic ozone depletion in the stratosphere. Guys, I'm really sorry because the Living World quiz was very important. The Living World, the quiz we scheduled to be in the morning was very, very important. But I couldn't complete that in our group. So most probably I'll schedule it today night also because all those questions are really, really, really 101 percentage importance should be given because all those are repeatedly asked questions. Okay, especially for Neet 2021, that should be a final revision of that chapter. Fine. Yes, moving on with the chapter ozone depletion, environmental issues. So there are mainly two type of ozone, that is the bad ozone and a good ozone. In your lower classes in your social science, you might have studied about the different layers of the atmosphere, right? So among the different layers, there is a troposphere and stratosphere. Okay, I'll inform the time. I think after this, soon after this, you will be having the quiz on environmental issues. Don't go after the class. After the class. Stay in our Telegram group. You will have the Telegram quiz on this entire topic, this entire chapter today. Okay, at 4:15 you will be having 4:15 or 4:30. I'm not remembering the time. Is it 4:30 or 4:15? Your next class on structural organization. Yes. Tell me if anyone remembering. Yes. So there are two types of ozone, that is bad ozone and good ozone is there. Bad ozone is found in the troposphere layer. Okay, then it's 4:30. Okay, fine. Thank you. So guys, at 4:30 you'll be having next class. So till then you will be having a quiz. Till then, no, for 30 question or 25 questions. I don't remember the actual thing. Most probably 20-25 questions will be there. Okay, this entire chapter, the last minute revision of this chapter. So good ozone is found in the stratosphere layer. I hope you might know about the different layers. This is actually not a biology part. This is actually a social studies part. Yes. What is bad ozone? Bad ozone is found in the lower atmosphere. Guys, from this area, from this particular slide, at least 40-50 times MCQs. 40 or 50 times severely repeated MCQ from this part. Mainly good ozone, bad ozone, and the unit. Okay. So bad ozone is found in the troposphere layer one. What is this troposphere layer? It is the lower part of the atmosphere. It is harmful to plants and animals. This layer is actually harmful to the plants and animals. Next is the good ozone. The good ozone is found in the stratosphere layer. So bad ozone is found in the lower part of the atmosphere, and good ozone is found in the upper part, that is a stratosphere. And what is its function? It acts as a shield against absorbing the ultraviolet radiations coming from the sun. Actually, the stratosphere or the good ozone protects the living organisms from the harmful ultraviolet radiation. Guys, those who are watching this session, 7 watching and only 5 likes, don't forget to like the session right now. Yes, UV rays. You all know about the harmful effects of UV rays. Ultraviolet radiation can cause even up to skin cancer and mutation. Okay, so the thickness of the ozone layer. You know the ozone layer represented by O3. Okay, it is represented or indicated by the letter Dobson unit DU. It is measured. The thickness of the ozone layer is measured in terms of Dobson unit. If everything is fine up to here, give me hearts on the screen. Give me hearts on the screen, everyone. Yes? If everything up to here, is it fine? Any doubt, you can ask me right now. Yes? Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. Yes, I hope you're understanding. So Dobson unit is a unit which is used to measure the thickness of ozone layer. Yes? I don't know with which color should I write. All the colors are actually awkward. Right? In stratosphere, the UV rays act on in the stratosphere layer. What is stratosphere? It is the good ozone. It is the good ozone. So in the stratosphere layer, the UV rays act on the molecular oxygen to produce the ozone. UV rays also cause the degradation of ozone to O2. These processes are balanced. So, in the ultraviolet radiation, you have the chlorine atom. The chlorine atom combines with ozone to convert that ozone into oxygen. Okay. Okay. So that is a main important process. You will be asked a question. Name the ion or the atom present in the ultraviolet radiation that causes the depletion of the ozone layer. Give me the answer on the chat box, guys, fast. Name the ion present in the ultraviolet radiation that causes the depletion of the ozone layer. Yes, give me the answer fast on the chat box right now. Why no one? Yes? I'm not seeing any of your comments. I don't know whether you're replying or not. The answer is chlorine. The answer is chlorine. Absolutely, Dr. Dima Divakaran. It is chlorine. But this balance is disrupted due to the ozone depletion by the chlorofluorocarbon. And how, from where is this chlorofluorocarbons produced? These chlorofluorocarbons are produced from the refrigerators. That is why you are asked not to open the refrigerator for a long time. You are asked not to open the refrigerator and go. Why? It is because from the refrigerator we will be getting the chlorofluorocarbon, which contains actually the chlorine atom that combines along with the ultraviolet radiation and causes the breaking of the ozone layer, causing ozone depletion. Look, chlorofluorocarbon released into the environment by industries rises up to the stratosphere. The sunlight breaks the chlorofluorocarbons, releasing oxygen. The chlorine reacts with ozone and destroys the ozone layer, and more reaction causes more depletion. More reaction causes more depletion. Please study this table, this order of depletion. Order of depletion, previous year MCQ. Okay, so the chlorofluorocarbon which are released from the refrigerator, They move upward and reaches the stratosphere. The UV rays act on the chlorofluorocarbon, releasing chlorine atom. In the presence of chlorine as a catalyst, ozone O3 degrades to form O2 and it causes ozone depletion, and it has formed ozone hole over the Antarctic region. Is it clear, Calvin? Calvin, is it clear? Yes? Shivani, is it clear? Nila, is it clear? I'm calling out your names in order to check whether you are here or not. Yes? Okay, fine and perfect. Moving on with the next one. Impact of ozone depletion. Impact of ozone depletion. I hope Calvin is not over here. I don't know. Ozone depletion, impacts of ozone depletion. Yes, the UV radiation of wavelength shorter than UVB radiation. It is a type of UV radiations only. UVB radiation is a type of UV radiation that causes mutation of DNA, aging of the skin, damage the skin cells, and even skin cancer. Okay. Guys, this UVB radiation causes a particular condition. This UVB radiation causes a particular condition known as snow blindness. Snow blindness. That is, the UVB radiation affects the cornea of our eye. The UVB radiation is affecting the cornea of our eye. Yes? Okay. So that is there in your NCRT. So please take down, in spite of the skin cancer, mutation and everything, it will cause certain conditions called snow blindness, which is a previous year repeated MCQ question. Yes, it's over here. UVB radiation. A high dose of UVB radiation causes the inflammation of the cornea, which leads to snow blindness, cataract, etc. It permanently damages the cornea. Yes, yes. Neet 2020 question. Neet 2020. Is it Nila, Calvin, Cyril, Auntie, everyone? Is it Dr. Dima? Neet 2020 easy question. Snow blindness. Fine. This is very important. This is a very, very important question. Very, very important. Okay, the Montreal Protocol. The Montreal Protocol. Repeated question, guys. Repeated question. Every year, repeated question about the Montreal Protocol. They are the international treaties signed in 1987, and you have to study its objective. In order to control the emission of chlorofluorocarbons or any other ozone depleting substances. Montreal Protocol is a safety protocol signed by the countries in international treaty that is used to control the emission of harmful substances that depletes the ozone layer. So, emission of ozone depleting substances. There are many other protocols developed for reducing the emission of chlorofluorocarbons and other ozone depleting, but among them the major one is the Montreal Protocol. Yes, give me thumbs up on the screen if you are clear up to the topic start till now. Yes, everyone. If is it clear to the topic start till now, give me thumbs up on the screen fast. Next, we are going to move by the degradation by improper resource utilization and maintenance. It's the next topic. Fine. Thank you, everyone. Soil erosion and desertification. Soil erosion and desertification. Human activities like overcultivation, deforestation, grazing, poor irrigation practices leads to a condition called soil erosion. Okay, everyone. So over cultivation, deforestation, grazing, poor irrigation, etc. leads to a condition called soil erosion. It results in arid patches of the land and desertification. Yes, arid patches of the land and desertification. This is a major cause of the increased urbanization. It causes desertification. Look, the Amazon forest, look, desertified. This is a green area. After urbanization, changed into a barren land. Changed into a barren land. How much organism? Just imagine how many organisms just suffered all these things. Yes, everyone. Water logging, another major important problem that happens in the cities and the towns during the rainage. That is during this time. I hope many of you might have observed this water salinity, and water logging. These are the problems of a part of green revolution. What is green revolution? Food products. It is a kind of a revolution which is introduced in India for food products to increase the quantity of food products. Irrigation without proper drainage leads to water logging in the soil. It draws salt to the surface of the soil, and the salt is deposited on the surface of the land, making it damages the agriculture. This condition you will call it as salinity. So improper irrigation or improper practice, improper things happening in the agricultural field may result in salinity. It may result in excessive salinity, making that area unfit for human cultivation. Next, the last topic, deforestation. Guys, look how dramatically this image is represented. Just as you seen in the Shakespeare's novel and everywhere. How dramatically the forest, as you may hear in certain times, you might have heard, the water bodies are referred to as the air, the breathing oxygen for the plants. Yes, look, I'll draw it. How beautifully it is compared. How beautifully the plants are grown. Look, just like the human lungs. Guys, am I audible now? Am I audible now? Guys, am I audible now? Yes. Am I audible now? Let me share off the screen. Yes, I hope everything is perfect now. Am I? Is the screen visible properly? Is my voice clearing? Yes. Fast on the chat box. Fine, guys. So deforestation is the conversion of forested. Oh my god. Is the conversion of forested areas to non-forested ones. Guys, are you having any doubt with these topics? Are you having any doubt with this topic? All these are simple topics, right? Studying from your lower classes. If you have any doubt, please try to ask me. Okay. No shame or something. Just ask me freely. Okay. So almost 40% of the forests have been lost in the tropical regions as compared to only 1% in the temperate region. This is a very important National Forest Policy of 1988 of India recommended how many percentage of forest cover? 33 percentage of the forest cover for the plains, 60 percentage of the forest cover for the hills, but we have only 19.4 percentage of the forest cover. So according to the National Forest Policy of India, National Forest Policy, the government of India recommends 33 percentage of forest in case of people living in plains or in case of plains, and 67 percentage of forest in case of hills, but actually India has only a cover percentage of 19.4. Fine, everyone. Next, we are going to discuss about what are the major reasons for deforestation. Conversion of forest into agricultural land is one of the main reasons for deforestation. Then, as the population is increased for timber, for firewood, for cattle ranching, all these things we use forest. We cut down the trees of the forest. We cut down the trees of the forest for in order to get timber, firewood, cattle ranching in order to make our homes. Yes, one of the most important one is a slash and burn agriculture, which is also referred to as the Zoom cultivation. I think this was a Neet 2020 question. I'm not remembering this term was asked for your Neet 2020. I suppose I'm not clear about it. Anyway, if this is a previous Neet MCQ, this is a previous Neet MCQ. Okay, this is a previous Neet MCQ. Okay, so June cultivation is practiced in the northeastern states of India. What they are doing over here, it is the forests are cut down and burn the plant remains. The ash is used as a fertilizer and the land is used either for farming or grazing purposes. Okay, and what they are doing is they will keep the land for several years for its recovery. In earlier days, enough time gap was given for recovery, but due to the overpopulation and the repeated cultivation, decreased the recovery phase, resulting in deforestation. Am I clear to everyone? Is my topics clear to everyone? We have only 5 more slides to complete this one chapter, the last chapter of class 12th, after which we'll move on with the biodiversity and conservation in the next class. Okay, maximum 2 or 3 classes for biodiversity and its conservation. Any doubts? Are you clear with slash and burn agriculture? Are you clear with the slash and burn agriculture, zooming cultivation, which is practiced mainly in the northeastern states of India? Okay, guys, I'll tell what is slash and burn agriculture. Firstly, the people would cut down the trees. Then the root of the trees, then the bark, some of the bark along with the root will remain still in the soil. So these actually what they did in the earlier days was it they will give a recovery time for them. Okay, if the plant gets naturally decayed, it's fine and perfect. But what now they are doing is that they will cut down the trees and within 2 or 3 days itself they pull out the root of that plant, also making that area completely banned. Okay, Very good. Next is, what are the consequences of deforestation? What are the consequences of deforestation? Atmospheric carbon dioxide level is increased because there are no plants to purify. Because there are no plants to purify oxygen, there are no plants, there are no trees for purifying oxygen. Then there is a mass loss of biodiversity. In the next chapter, biodiversity and our conservation, will be discussing, or we will be witnessing several beautiful organisms which became extinct due to human population, due to human habitation, due to human overexploitation, lack of food, lack of human resources, lack of resources. Yes, because of this, a large mass of biodiversity have been lost. Is it buffering for everyone? Is it buffering? Okay, is it buffering for anyone? Yes. Next is, the deforestation disturbs the hydrological cycle. Yes, it disturbs the hydrological cycles. Okay. Then it might lead to soil erosion and desertification. Desertification means the land will turn barren. Fine. Take care. These are some of the consequences of deforestation. Next term is the reforestation. Reforestation is a process of restoring a forest that once existed in the past. Guys, three different terms are there. Yes, look, three different terms are there. Yes, first one is deforestation. Tell me, what is deforestation, guys? Deforestation simply means the cutting of trees, cutting down of trees. Next term is the reforestation. Next term is reforestation. What do you mean by reforestation? Restoring a forest. Restoring a forest area. And another term is afforestation. Another term related with this is afforestation. Afforestation means planting of new trees, planting of new saplings. Yes. Okay. So guys, reforestation refers to restoring of a forest. Guys, once the forest was like this, with naturally the forest increased like this due to the rain, due to the inactivation of the human habitation like this. That is one condition. Suppose a barren area where once there was a forest, and after some time a person just planted the trees, but that area was once a forest itself, or once the trees were there. So however, it may occur naturally in a deforested area. However, we can speed it up by planting our trees. Guys, from this onwards, this very important session, very important. Repeated previous year questions come from this area. People's participation in the conservation of forest. The first participation, or the first movement, was the Bishnoi movement. Bishnoi movement. What? I'll tell the story for that. In 1731, the king of Jodhpur in Rajasthan, the king of Jodhpur, you do not have to study all these things, okay? Yes. Reforestation, look, reforestation. What do you mean by reforestation? Reforestation means planting the trees in an area where there was a tree, where there were trees one time before. I'll tell once again. Yes, come back. Guys, look. In this particular area, there was trees some years before. Yes, at this particular site, this region A. In this region A, you have some trees in the previous. It was actually a forest. It was actually a forest. But due to undisturbed human cultivation, or human what inhabitation in that area. Due to rain, due to the nutrients present in the soil, the trees grown naturally again in that area. Okay, suppose persons have deforested this amazing forest, but after that they did not have any use of that, so they left it. And what happened? Due to the rain and everything, the trees began to grow there. Either by itself, they occur naturally in a deforested area, or what we can do is that we can just plant up certain trees in order to speed up the process. Yes, we can speed up the process by planting trees. That is what is reforestation. Next, the doubt was afforestation. Guys, afforestation means planting of trees in a new area where it was a barren land once, where there were no trees before. Shivani, is it clear now? Or should I repeat it once again? If it is clear by your heart, only just tell. Otherwise, I'll repeat. I don't have any issue for repeating the thing once again. Okay, it's my pleasure if you ask your doubts, so that only I'll be able to know whether you are understanding or not. Is it clear? Afforestation means planting of trees in an area where there was no trees existed before. Whereas reforestation means the planting of trees in an area where there were trees one time before. And those trees were cut down or deforested. Yes. Coming back to the story of Bishnoi. So the king of Jodhpur in Rajasthan asked to arrange wood for constructing a new palace. So the king of Rajasthan has asked the ministers, asked the soldiers for what? To cut down the trees from a forest, cut down the trees from the forest for constructing a new palace for him. And what does they did? The minister and the workers went to a nearby forest near a village which were inhabited by a group of people called the Bishnois. Bishnois is a group of people. Okay, Bishnois is a group of people. Okay, group of people. So the ministers and the workers went to a forest, but unfortunately that forest was inhabited by the group of people called Bishnois. And what does this people did? I already told you that in the earlier days, the people considered the trees as sacred. The trees as sacred. If you might have seen the earlier films and everything, the traditional films and everything, yes, you might have noticed it very clearly that the people were very sacred, very thankful to the environment. They just worship the sun god. How many of us today worship the sun god in the morning? How many of us just go and water the plants and show our respect? How many of you respect water? Very few people, those who strictly follow the customs. That people only does that. Okay. So what is this Bishnois did was they made the soldiers, they did not allow the ministers and the soldiers to cut down the trees. And among them, there was a woman named Amrita Devi. There was a woman named Amrita Devi, and what does she did? She hugged a tree. She hugged a tree. The king's men, and she hugged a tree and just asked the soldiers that, told the soldiers that she won't allow the soldiers to cut down the tree. The king's men cut down the tree along with Amrita Devi Vaishnoi. And they also killed 3 daughters and hundreds of Bishnois for cutting the trees for making a new palace for the king. A tremendous story, right? A very sad ending. Yes, because it was an order from the king. They have to do that, right? Yes, guys. So actually, this ministers and the soldiers has killed those Vaishnava women, Amrita Devi, along with the 3 daughters and hundreds of other people who protested against it. That is one story. That is one active movement done by the people against the deforestation. The government of India, from that time onwards, the government of India has instituted an Amrita Devi Bishnoi Wildlife Protection Award for individuals or community, either for individuals or for communities from rural areas, for their extraordinary courage and dedication in protecting the wildlife. Dima, is it clear? Sidilanti, is it clear? Calvin, is it clear? Shivani, is it clear? Yes. So now there is an award giving ceremony for that, like the Amrita Devi Vaishnavi Wildlife Protection Award for individuals and also for communities from rural areas. Guys, wait for 1 minute. I'll be back right now. Okay. That is all about the Vaishnavi movement. Next, we will be moving on with the next movement associated with the forest. Yes, guys, we are moving on with the next one. Next one, am I audible? Am I audible to everyone? Guys, I'll be showing with something. I hope you might have all studied about the morphology, right? So there are certain things which I wanted to show you in a live session, but I'm not sure whether I could show you or not. Okay, I'll do something for that. I have certain examples of morphology chapter over here in my locality, in my surrounding, in my home itself. So I wish to show all these things in a live explanation to all of you in order to make you all understand the concept of the chapter morphology about the different types of leaf. Yes, for that I need your active participation also. I'll do either one thing, either I'll stream live on that, or else what I'll do is I'll record the video and I'll make the slides and I'll show you in a live session. Yes, any one thing I'll definitely do for you. I want to show you the protonema, then the moss, algae, fungi, all these things I have to show you. Yes. During this rainy season, several kinds of fungi happened over, right? Yes. The next one is, so I'll be giving assignments also after that. I'll be asking you also to give me the project about the different kinds of leaf, different kinds of flowers, different kinds of fruits, etc. Okay, no need to spend money or something, just an assignment, just a simple thing which you have to collect it from your home itself. Okay, next movement is the Chipko movement of the Garhwal Himalayas. Exactly like this, the local women participated to protect the trees from the acts of contractors by hugging them. The local women of the Garhwal Himalayas, they did in 1974, they just protected the trees by hugging them. The government of India in 1980s introduced the concept of joint forest management, another known as JFM. Please study, guys. Guys, please take a fresh page of your NCRT or a blank page of your NCRT or a white paper. Just write down the abbreviation because it will be possible for me to make you do the abbreviations only on January 2022. Only on January 2022, where I will be beginning with the mock test, then Menti quizzes, only Slido quizzes, except from all these chapters, etc. At that time only I'll be able, NT Abhyas paper, all these things, at that time only I'll make you do. So till then, I need your active studies. You have to update with the day-to-day topics. Okay. So that is all about the joint forest management. And this we comes to the end of a wonderful session of environmental issues. Yes, in the first session we discussed about air pollution. In the second session we discussed about water pollution. In the third session we discussed about solid waste and radioactive waste. And in the fourth session we discussed about ozone depletion and what else? Deforestation. Let's have a glance at the entire topic once again. What all things are there for us to study? Guys, just go through this. I'll be telling you the important points which you have to look it out. The government of India, you have to study this particular year. 1 second. Have to study this year. Environment Protection Act of 1986. Have you all taken down a fresh paper? Just write down Environment Protection Act 1986. Write it down. Or if you have your NCERT, mark it with a highlighter. If you have written, completed the writing, just give me a thumbs up on the screen. Okay, fine. Next one. So this is the first thing you have to study. Next, from the air pollution, this thing. Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB. Particulate matter of size 2.5 micrometer or less causes the greatest harm to the human health. Just I am highlighting it for you. You have to write this full form, CPCB. They will be asking you to expand CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board. What does it do? Particulate matter of size less than 2.5 micrometer or less are great harm to the human beings. Take it down. Next one, next important previous year question. Catalytic converters. Catalytic converters as catalyst, platinum, palladium, rhodium as a catalyst. It reduces the emission of poisonous gases. Then what does it do? Unburned hydrocarbons converted into carbon dioxide and water. Carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide. Nitric acid into nitrogen. The government is asking us to use unleaded petrol because lead in petrol inactivates a catalyst. Fine. Important points from this slide. Next one. Electrostatic precipitators. Guys, I plan to take a one shot after this, but I'm not sure whether I would get the time for it or not. That's why I'm explaining it in a very detail within 15 minutes, the entire summary of this chapter. So electrostatic precipitator helps to remove the particulate matter. It can remove over 99% of the particulate matter. The diagram is very important. The marking on the diagram is very important. Okay, very important diagram. Two diagrams are very important, directly given in your NCERT. Yes. Next one. Next, this one. Scrubber. The scrubber, electrostatic scrubbers removes gases like sulfur dioxide. Yes, one point only from this slide which you have to study. Next one. The Air Prevention and Control Act was amended, which came in the year 1981, was amended in the year 1987 to include noise also as an air pollutant. Just take down the year 1981 Air Prevention and Control Act, amended in the year 1987 to include noise as an air pollutant. Green mufflers are used to control the noise pollution. Next one. Yes. Domestic sewage, 0.1% impurity. 0.1% impurity in sewage makes it unfit for human use. Yes. Next one. Graph is very important. Very important graph. I have to tell you about this. Okay, I have to tell you about this. This graph is very important. Hope you have taken down the graph. Very important. Expansion of BOD, biological oxygen demand. Expansion of BOD, biological oxygen demand. Amount of biodegradable organic matter present in the water. Yes. They'll be asking you the measurement of the BOD indicates what? Measuring the organic matter present in the soil. Then presence of nutrients in the water body causes algal bloom, which causes the death of the fishes. Three important points over in this slide. Next, Icornia crassipus, water hyacinth, terror of Bengal by offset formation. Yes, that's all here. Next one, accumulation of toxicants such as mercury, DDT at successive trophic level, biological magnification or biomagnification. Guys, what about other? Is it clear? Is it clear with Shivani? Yes. You have to study this thing. Water, zooplankton, small fishes, large fishes and birds. And in the last class itself, I told you that there was, this is not 5 ppm. This is not 5 ppm. It is 25 ppm. 25 parts per million, I told you. Yes. Next one. Eutrophication. You have to study. Then solid waste and all, nothing so important will be asked. Anyway, read your NCERT textbook. That's the thing which we have to do. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Those who haven't seen the other lectures, I have something for you. Yes, I have something for you over here. Yes, guys, this is the wonderful playlist. This is a wonderful playlist. The 4 lectures: air pollution and water pollution, water pollution, solid waste and radioactive waste, ozone depletion and deforestation. This is the playlist. The link of the playlist, okay, the link of the playlist is made available in the description box of our video. Okay, Nila, guys, the next class timing is 4:15 p.m. Okay. Yes, I'm stopping a wonderful session for the day. You will have a Telegram quiz right now. Okay, bye-bye. Take care. Tomorrow we'll begin with new chapter. Biodiversity and its conservation is next day's topic.